we sort of have to be counterintuitive sometimes with comfort, because comfort, sometimes we've normed to a comfort that's actually unhealthy. Like you talked about maybe doing one event in the beginning of the year and one at the end, and it's formal and there's no chance for connection. That maybe people get comfortable with, but it doesn't lead to anything good. And then maybe they're uncomfortable if they come in a room and somebody gives them a prompt and they feel like, what am I doing? I have to to somebody that I don't know. That can be uncomfortable. But I think what you in the craft of this, or the art of it, as you would call it, the art of community, there are many ways that we can move from discomfort to comfort, and there are many ways we can shepherd that. And what I think your guidance does, but it's something that I try to do as a convener. So I think of my role as executive director as a convener. I convene people frequently. So I convene people online, I convene people offline and face to face, but I'm a convener, and I take probably the most important thing about my role is that I take that convening seriously with how I design. So that's back to, how do you go from discomfort to comfort? I think about the people coming in the room, and I think before I'm online with maybe, 16 school heads, where are they coming from right now? What is their reality today, June 2nd? How will they be feeling as school comes to a close? What might be their state of mind? And how do we move from maybe discomfort to comfort so that we can do some of the building that is important to support them, that we can come into a room and we can support them. Or like you're with a group of new students and there are 16 of them in grades 5 through 12. How are you going to convene those newcomers so that they feel comfort? What is it that you're going to do? Again, it's got an arc from start to middle to finish. How do we convene them? And what does the age-old wisdom say? There are things that we can do. We can laugh together, telling a joke to start out with, being vulnerable as a convener and saying something that they might instantly connect to and start laughing, giving them a prompt that's safe, but also invites them to maybe share a little vulnerability. Those things are part of the design. And that's why I think the guidance is super important, because we've normed to things that don't help us get to those comfortable places of community. And we want to be comfortable in community, but we need a gateway to it. We need to know. And sometimes what I do too is I share with people, we're going to do this, and I'll just, tell them what it is that we're going to do. And I'll try to do some kind of way to have it feel safe, and feel comfortable. And there are lots of ways that one can do that, but it's important, because otherwise you just want to give them that feeling of just fight or flight. You don't want them in that state. You want them instantly in a state of comfort if they're really going to build community, right? I mean, I'd be curious to know if you agree that comfort from the beginning is important.